formation of a very large number of carbon compounds. Carbon forms a very large number of compounds. The number of carbon compounds is more than 3 million. It is more than the number of compounds formed by all other elements. This is because of two properties. One is catenation, another one tetracovalency. Carbon atom can form bonds with other carbon atoms to form long chains, branched chains, and closed rings. This property is called catenation. Since the valency of carbon is 4, it can form bonds with other carbon atoms or with atoms of other elements like hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, halogen, etc. Look at the structure. The structure of carbon-carbon link may be in a long chain or it may be in a branched or in a closed ring form. In addition to the carbon, the silicon forms compounds with hydrogen, but it extends its chain up to 7 or 8 atoms. But these compounds are very reactive. Carbon-carbon bond is very strong and hence stable. One reason for the formation of strong bonds by carbon is its small size. This enables the nucleus to hold on to the shared pair of electrons strongly. The bonds formed by elements having larger atoms are much weaker. Homologous series. Homologous series is a group of carbon compounds having similar structures, similar chemical properties, and whose successive members differ by a CH2 unit. Example: alkanes, alkenes, alkynes, etc. Alkanes have general molecular formula CN H2n plus 2. Their names end with ANE and the members are as follows: methane CH4, ethane C2H6, propane C3H8, butane C4H10, bentane C5H12. Methane is written like this: carbon bonded with 4 other hydrogen atoms. Similarly, ethane is written like this. While writing, the carbon should be written and then its valency 4 is satisfied by the hydrogen and the carbon. Propane C3H8, its structural formula is given. Alkenes have general formula CnH2n. Their names end with ENE and the members are as follows: ethene formula C2H4, propene formula C3H6, butene C4H8, bentene C5H10. Ethene structure is given. Here the double bond is present between carbon and carbon. Propene, butene structures are also given. While writing, the carbon should be written first, carbon chain, then you satisfy the carbon valency, each carbon valency. Next series is alkynes. Here all these compounds ends with YNE. Alkynes have general molecular formula CnH2n-2. Their names and structures are given. All these ends with YNE. Ethane formula C2H2. Propane molecular formula C3H4. Butane C4H6. While writing the structure, first you should write the carbon atom. Ethane has the formula C2H2. How to write the structure formula? Let us see. First you write the carbon atoms. Here 2 carbon atoms are there. So you write the carbon, 2 carbon atoms by bonding with single bond. Then you write hydrogen for each carbon. After that, you satisfy the valency of carbon, that is 4, by other 2 bonds. So totally the carbon is linked by triple bond, which is a unsaturated hydrocarbon or a compound. Let us learn some important carbon compounds. 2 carbon compounds are given. One is ethanol, another one ethanoic acid. Ethanol formula C2H5OH. It can also be written as CH3CH2OH. Properties of ethanol. Ethanol is a colorless liquid with a pleasant smell and burning taste. It is soluble in water. Ethanol reacts with sodium to form sodium ethoxide and hydrogen. Equation for the reaction: 2C2H5OH plus 2Na gives 2C2H5ONa plus H2. Ethanol reacts with hot concentrated sulfuric acid to form ethene and water. Concentrated sulfuric acid is a dehydrating agent because it removes water from ethanol. Equation for the reaction is C2H5OH. When in the presence of hot concentrated sulfuric acid, it gives ethene, unsaturated compound, C2H4 plus H2O. Uses of ethanol. Ethanol is used for making alcoholic drinks. It is used as a solvent. It is used for making medicines like tincture iodine, cough syrups, tonics, etc. Activity 4.6 explains the reaction of sodium metal with ethanol. Take a test tube containing ethanol. Take a piece of sodium metal with the help of a pair of tongs and put it into the test tube containing alcohol. Observe carefully if there is evolution of any gas and bring a burning splinter near the mouth of the test tube. Observation: when a small piece of sodium is added in ethanol, a gas is produced which comes out in the form of bubbles. The released gas is hydrogen because when a burning splinter is brought near the mouth of the test tube, it burns with a pop sound. From that, we conclude when sodium metal reacts with ethanol, hydrogen gas is produced which burns with pop sound. Equation for the reaction is 2CH3CH2OH plus 2Na gives 2CH3CH2ONa plus H2. Ethanoic acid CH3COOH. Formula for the ethanoic acid. Acetic acid is the common name. Properties: ethanoic acid is a colorless liquid with a pungent smell and sour in taste. It is soluble in water. A solution of 5% to 8% of ethanoic acid in water is called vinegar. Esterification: ethanoic acid reacts with ethanol in the presence of concentrated sulfuric acid to form ester, that is ethyl ethanoate. Equation for the reaction: CH3COOH plus C2H5OH in the presence of concentrated sulfuric acid gives CH3COOC2H5 plus H2O. CH3COOC2H5 is ethyl ethanoate. The reaction between carboxylic acid and alcohol to form an ester is called esterification. Saponification: this is reverse reaction of esterification. When an ester reacts with sodium hydroxide solution, the sodium salt of the carboxylic acid and the parent alcohol are formed. This reaction is called saponification. Example: ethyl ethanoate reacts with sodium hydroxide to form sodium acetate and ethanol. Equation for the reaction is CH3COO C2H5 plus NaOH gives CH3COO Na plus C2H5OH. Ethanoic acid reacts with bases to form salt and water. CH3COOH plus NaOH gives CH3COONA plus H2O. Next reaction: ethanoic acid reacts with carbonates and hydrogen carbonates or bicarbonates to form salt and water with carbon dioxide. Equation for the reaction: 2CH3COOH plus sodium carbonate Na2CO3 gives 2CH3COONA plus H2O plus CO2. CH3COOH plus NaHCO3 sodium bicarbonate or hydrogen sodium hydrogen carbonate. CH3COONA plus H2O plus CO2. Activity 4.8 explains the esterification reaction. Before that, let us know what is glacial acetic acid. The melting point of pure ethanoic acid is 290 Kelvin and hence it often freezes during winter in cold climates. This gave rise to name glacial acetic acid. For the activity, in order to study the esterification reaction, take a test tube and add 1 ml of glacial acetic acid and 1 ml of ethanoic acid into it. Add a few drops of concentrated sulfuric acid in the test tube. Take a beaker containing water and warm it on the Bunsen burner. Place the test tube containing reaction mixture in the beaker and warm it in water bath for at least 5 minutes. Pour the mixture of test tube in another beaker containing 20 to 50 ml water and smell the resulting mixture. Observation: glacial acetic acid reacts with absolute alcohol in the presence of mineral acid to form pleasant smelling compound which is called ester, and the reaction is called esterification reaction. Mineral acid H2SO4 behaves as a dehydrating agent, that is, it removes water molecules. CH3COOH plus C2H5OH in the presence of concentrated sulfuric acid gives CH3COO C2H5 plus H2O. From that we conclude carboxylic acid combines with ethanol in the presence of mineral acid to form ester and water. From that we conclude carboxylic acid combines with ethanol in the presence of mineral acid to form ester and water. Activity 4.9 explains the reaction between carboxylic acid and sodium carbonate or bicarbonate. Activity 4.9. For that, you take the test tube and add a spatula full of sodium carbonate into it. Add 2 ml of acetic acid into the test tube through the Thissell funnel. Set up the apparatus as shown in figure. Cork the test tube and pass the evolved gas through freshly prepared lime water with the help of delivery tube. Repeat this activity with sodium hydrogen carbonate in place of sodium carbonate. Observation: when ethanoic acid is added to sodium carbonate or sodium bicarbonate, a gas is produced with brisk effervescence or with bubbles. When this gas is passed through lime water, it becomes milky, which is the indication that the gas is carbon dioxide. From that, we conclude the reaction between the metal carbonate and carboxylic acid is the example of decarboxylation reaction. That is, CO2 is produced in this reaction. In the chapter number 4, after the heading Versatile Nature of Carbon in page number 62, you are having the homologous series. Then, after that, the reactions of ethanol and ethanoic acid are in your syllabus. Remaining portion is reduced for this academic year. Let us discuss page number 68 questions. Question number 2. What are the two properties of carbon which lead to the huge number of carbon compounds we see around us? Answer. Carbon forms large number of carbon compounds due to its some specific properties. These properties are as follows. First one, catenation. Second, tetracovalency and small size of atom. Catenation. Carbon forms large number of carbon compounds because of its catenation property. Catenation is the property by which carbon atoms get linked with one another by covalent bonds to form long chain. Due to catenation, carbon forms straight long chains, branched long chains and cyclic chains. Tetracovalency. It means carbon has 4 covalency and carbon atom can form covalent bonds with other 4 carbon atoms or other atoms. Small size. Carbon atom has very small size. Due to this small size, it can form strong bonds with other elements and can form various types of carbon compounds. Carbon can form multiple bonds with itself or some other elements such as nitrogen, oxygen, etc. So, it plays an important role in the formation of large number of carbon compounds. Page number 74, question answers. Question number 1. How would you distinguish experimentally between an alcohol and a carboxylic acid? Answer. There are various tests through which we can distinguish between an alcohol and a carboxylic acid. Some tests are as follows. Alkaline potassium permanganate test. Take small amount of the compound in a test tube and add little amount of alkaline potassium permanganate solution to it. Heat the solution and observe the color change of the solution. If the purple color of a alkaline potassium permanganate disappears, then it is an alcohol. Second test, sodium bicarbonate test. Take small amount of the given compound in a test tube and add few drops of aqueous solution of sodium hydrogen carbonate in it. If the CO2 gas is released with brisk effervescence, then the compound is carboxylic acid. So, these are two important tests to distinguish between alcohol and carboxylic acid. Next question. What are oxidizing agents? Oxidizing agent. Those chemical substances which are capable to give oxygen to other species, that is, which can oxidize the other chemical species, are called oxidizing agents. For example, alkaline KMnO4. Equation 2KMnO4 plus H2O gives 2MnO2 plus 2KOH plus 3O. Next, question answers. in page number 78 onwards. Question number 6. What is a homologous series? Explain with an example. Already we have discussed the same. Homologous series. The family of organic compounds in which all the members can be represented by same general formula is known as homologous series. The members of homologous series have same functional group and common chemical properties, and successive members differ by CH2 group. For example, all the members of alcohol homologous series can be represented by C2H2N plus 1 OH formula. Here, N represents the number of carbon atoms. First one, all the members of alcohol group have common chemical properties. Each higher homologous is increased by CH2 unit or by 14 AMU in mass, atomic mass unit. AMU means. Next, there is a gradual change in chemical properties. Question number 7. How can ethanol and ethanoic acid be differentiated on the basis of their physical and chemical properties? Answer. Difference on the physical basis. Ethanol has pleasant smell, whereas ethanoic acid has vinegar-like smell. Difference on the chemical basis. Ethanol does not react with sodium hydrogen carbonate, whereas ethanoic acid liberates CO2 on treatment with sodium hydrogen carbonate. Equation for the reaction: CH3COOH plus NaHCO3 gives CH3COONA plus H2O plus CO2. Alcohol ethanol C2H5OH plus NaHCO3 gives no reaction. When a few drops of alkaline KMnO4 are added to alcohol and the resultant mixture is heated, the pink color of alkaline KMnO4 disappears. Ethanoic acid does not give this test. C2H5OH, in the presence of alkaline KMnO4, and by heating it becomes ethanoic acid CH3COOH. CH3COOH in the presence of when it is heated with alkaline KMnO4 unheated, no reaction takes place. Question number 13. Which of the following hydrocarbons undergo addition reactions? C2H6, C3H8, C3H6, C2H2, CH4. Answer. C3H6 and C2H2 are unsaturated hydrocarbons. Therefore, they will undergo addition reactions. Chapter 5. Periodic Classification of Elements. Introduction. Before the beginning of 18th century, only about 30 elements were known, and it was quite easy to study and remember their individual properties. However, after the discovery of large number of elements in the later years, it is difficult to study the properties. So, scientists make an effort to find the simple method in order to study the properties of various elements. After the various attempts made by scientists, they succeed in arranging the elements in such a way so that the similar elements were grouped together and different elements were separated. This arrangement of elements is known as classification of elements, and it led to the formation of periodic table. Thus, periodic table may be defined as the table giving the arrangement of all the known elements according to their properties so that similar elements fall down under the same vertical columns and dissimilar elements are separated. Classification of elements. The arranging of elements into different groups on the basis of the similarities in their properties is called classification of elements. The classification of similar elements into groups makes the study of elements easier. There are about 114 different elements known so far. Early attempts at classification of elements. The earliest attempt to classify elements was grouping the known elements into two groups called metals and nonmetals. The defect in this classification was that it had no place for metalloids, which were discovered later. Doberinus triads. Dobereiner classified elements in the increasing order of their atomic masses into groups of the three elements called triads. In each triad, the atomic mass of the middle element was approximately equal to the average atomic mass of the other two elements. The defect in this classification was that all the 10 known elements could not be correctly arranged into triads. Look at the table. Lithium, sodium, potassium are in one group. The middle element, sodium's atomic mass is the average atomic mass of lithium and potassium. 6.9 plus 39 divided by 2 is equal to the mass of the sodium. Approximately, that is 22.95. Similarly, the other two groups. Strontium's atomic mass, SR mass, is equal to the average atomic mass of calcium and barium. Bromine's atomic mass is the average atomic mass of the chlorine and iodine. Newland's law of octaves. John Newland, an English scientist, arranged the known elements in the order of increasing atomic masses and called it the law of octaves. It is known as Newland's law of octaves. Characteristics of Newland's law of octaves. It contained the elements from hydrogen to thorium. Properties of every eighth element were similar to that of the first element. He compared this to the octaves found in music. Therefore, he called it the law of octaves. Look at the table. Consider that is lithium as the first element, then the eighth element will be sodium Na. If you are considering beryllium Be as the first element, eighth element is magnesium. These elements' properties are similar. Let us see the limitations of Newland's law. The law was applicable to elements up to calcium only. It contained only 56 elements. Further, it was assumed by Newland that only 56 elements existed in nature and no more elements would be discovered in the future. In order to fit elements into the table, Newland adjusted two elements in the same slot and also put some unlike elements under the same node. For example, cobalt and nickel, Co and Ni are in the same slot and these are placed in the same column as fluorine, chlorine and bromine, which have very different properties than these elements. Iron, Fe, which resembles cobalt and nickel in properties, has been placed differently away from these elements.